FC Sion is a Swiss football team from the city of Sion. The club was founded in 1909, and play their home games at the Stade Tourbillon. They have won the Swiss Super League twice, and the Swiss Cup in each of their 13 appearances in the final, the most recent being in 2015. The first team is also known as Olympique des Alpes SA, as Swiss Football League requires football clubs to be run as companies. History: FC Sion were founded in 1909 by Robert Gilliard, who became club captain, and played their first game, a 3-2 win against FC Aigle, the same year. The club grew thanks to contributions from local people, and played their first competitive league fixture in 1914, again a 3-2 victory, this time against FC Monthie. In 1919 Sion formally organised its managerial structure, with Gilliard becoming vice president, and Charles Amon taking presidency. From 1932 Sion played in the fourth tier of Swiss football, where they spent much of the next 20 years, briefly interrupted by promotion to the third tier in 1944, quickly followed by relegation in 1946. In 1952 Sion returned to the third tier, and 5 years later gained promotion again to the National League B, followed 5 years later by promotion to the National League A in 1962. 1965 saw the first of FC Sion's Swiss Cup wins, with a 2-1 victory over Servette FC. The 16,263 capacity Stade Tourbillon was officially opened in August 1968, but was followed by relegation in 1969. Sion returned to the National League A at the first attempt, and secured a second victory in the Swiss Cup, winning 3-2 against Neutra St. Telxamax in 1974. Sion would go on to consistently perform well in the Swiss Cup, with victories in 1980, 1982, 1986 and 1991. This period of success also saw the renovation and expansion of the Tourbillon in 1989, and was crowned with Sion's first Swiss League championship in 1992. More success in the Swiss Cup followed, winning the tournament in 3 consecutive years from 1995 with victories over Grasshopper Zurich, Servette FC and FC Luzern. Their win against FC Luzern in 1997 secured FC Sion their only domestic double, having also won the Swiss League. However, the club quickly fell into financial trouble, and having narrowly avoided bankruptcy due to its purchase by Gilbert Caddy, the club suffered relegation in 1999. Despite returning to the top division the following season, financial problems plagued the team, culminating in relegation in 2001 and the departure of Caddy, and a denial of a professional license in 2003. The club was saved by architect and former footballer Christian Constantin, and they were reinstated into the second division in October 2003. Constantin spent the following seasons rebuilding the club, with the club getting through 20 managers in the following 8 years, including taking the role himself twice, in a bid to financially stabilize. He was rewarded in 2006 with promotion back to the Super League, as well as a victory in the Swiss Cup, becoming the first second-tier team to achieve this, with a 5-3 penalty shootout victory over Young Boys after a 1-1 draw. Transfer ban saga. In 2008, controversy came to Sion when they signed SM El Hadary, leading to a 2-year registration period ban for Sion from June 2009, and an international playing ban for El Hadary for 4 months, due to El Hadary still being under contract at his former club Al Ahly. FC Sion appealed this action, but the Federal Supreme Court of Switzerland confirmed the FIFA, DRC and CAS decisions in 2009 and 2010 respectively. However, the lengthy legal battle meant that the ban was only practically instituted first in the winter window of 2010 Euro-11 season. Although gaining a place in the qualifying round of the 2011 Euro-12 Europa League by winning the previous season's Swiss Cup, Sion were excluded from the Europa League by UEFA after fielding ineligible players in their playoff victory over Celtic. On September 2, the Swiss Football League rejected the registration of one more player, Brian Amofa. On September 30, 2011, the SFL decided to provisionally qualify the 6 new signings, namely Stefan Glana, Billy Ketkio Pomphone, Mario Much, Pascal Faindono, Jose Copyright Gona Section Alves and Gabri Garcia, to comply with the ongoing legal process. FC Sion also sued SFL and UEFA respectively in the Tribunal Cantonal de Valais and the Tribunal in Vaud, however both actions were dismissed. The club's earlier appeal was dismissed by UEFA appeals body on September 13. FC Sion also sued SFL and UEFA in CAS, but withdrew the former claim. The hearing of the latter claim was set on November 24. On October 25, the Discipline Commission of SFL suspended all 6 players for 5 games. It was reported that each player filed their legal claim in civil court instead of using the Swiss FA and CAS sports court system, which the ban was requested by FIFA. On October 27, as a provisional and super-provisional measures, UEFA invited FC Sion to a match schedule consultation once UEFA lost the legal battle. On October 31, 2011, Sion sent a complaint to the European Commission. FIFA also won the legal battle in civil court in November. Previously the Civil Court of Martigny and St. Maurice ordered FIFA to confirm the signing of those 6 players on August 3, a consequence of lawsuit brought out by the players. On November 16, the FIFA and SFL appeal was upheld in the Valais Canton Court. On December 15, CAS upheld the complaint by UEFA, affirming its right to discipline Sion according to previous agreements. CAS also lifted the provisional measures ordered by the Tribunal Cantonal of Vaud on October 5, 2011. After the ruling, FIFA threatened to suspend Swiss national and club teams from international competition if FC Sion were not appropriately penalized for its ostensible rules violations. In late December 2011, the Swiss Football Association complied with FIFA's demands and penalized Sion 36 standings points, moving the club to last place in the league standings and putting the club at risk of relegation if the ruling stands. They finished the 2011 Euro 12 season at the 9th place, which qualified them to the relegation matches against FC Arles, who they defeated 3-1 on aggregate, and stayed in the Swiss Super League. Had they not had 36 points deducted from their season, they would have finished in the 3rd place, which would have qualified them into the 2012 Euro 13 UEFA Europa League. Before the start of the 2012 Euro 13 season, they made a major coup by signing Gennaro Gattuso and Carl Lafferty, both signed on free transfers. The team, however, had a disappointing season, which saw them change coaches 3 times before settling on Gattuso to finish of the season, and finished in 6th place. Honours: FC Sion holds the distinction of having never lost a domestic cup final, with 13 wins and 13 appearances in the Swiss Cup. Swiss Super League, 2 Euro 1991, Euro 92, 1996, Euro 97, Swiss Cup, 13 Euro 1965, 1974, 1980, 1982, 1986, 1991, 1995, 1996, 1997, 2006, 2009, 2011, 2015. Stadium: FC Sion play their home games at the multi-purpose Stade Tourbillon, which is a capacity of 14,500. It was originally constructed in 1968, and was renovated in 1989 and 2012. The club also has a training centre near his office in Martigny and a youth development centre in nearby Rides. Current squad, as of September 1, 2015. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Staff Management President, Christian Constantin, Manager, Angelo Massimo, Director of Sport, Blaise Pifferiti. Sports Manager, Didier Follot, Assistant Coach, Bruno Pascal, Team Jean-Claude Richard, Goalkeeper Coach, Romain Crivoisia. Medical Physic Coach, Andrea Carrain, Advisor, Zoran Funjak, Masseur, Omar Boumarov, Henri Critex, Dr. Roberto Campni. Notable players, C category, FC Sion players. Gennaro Gattuso. Former personnel, Umberto Barbaris, Christian Zamatin. Former coaches. European record, notes. Note 1, Celtic lodged protests over the eligibility of a number of the Sion players who participated in the two legs of the play-off round, which Sion won 3-1 aggregate. The UEFA control and disciplinary body accepted the protests and decided to award both matches to Celtic by forfeit. As a consequence, Celtic qualified for the UEFA Europa League group stage. References. External links, official website.